When Kim Kardashian reflects on her family's long-running reality series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, one of the most transformative and emotional chapters was Caitlyn Jenner's transition. The journey not only changed their family dynamics forever but also profoundly shaped the tone, storytelling, and emotional depth of the show during its later seasons. In a recent interview, Kim opened up about how Caitlyn's transition became one of the most personal and defining storylines in the history of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. When Caitlyn came out, it was a pivotal moment not just for our family, but for millions of people watching around the world, Kim said. We wanted to handle it with respect, authenticity, and love. It wasn't easy, but it was real, and that's what Keeping Up with the Kardashians has always been about. Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, publicly came out as transgender in 2015, marking a historic moment for LGBTQ+ visibility in mainstream media. The Kardashian-Jenner family had to navigate the deeply personal changes both privately and under the glaring spotlight of reality TV. Kim revealed that the family went through a mix of confusion, learning, and ultimately, acceptance. At first, it was a lot to take in, Kim admitted. We were trying to understand and support Caitlyn while processing our own emotions. Cameras were rolling, but we were also just a family figuring things out. I think that's why viewers connected so strongly. They saw us being vulnerable, asking questions, and growing. The show chronicled the family's emotional journey, from the initial conversations about Caitlyn's transition to her public debut on the cover of Vanity Fair. Kim described how producers approached this sensitive time with care and integrity. We made sure Caitlyn had full control over how her story was told, Kim said. It wasn't about drama or shock value, it was about truth. According to Kim, Caitlyn's transition also changed how the Kardashian-Jenners approached fame and storytelling. The family began prioritizing honesty over entertainment value. It made us think differently about what it means to be real on television, Kim explained. Caitlyn's courage inspired all of us to be more open about our struggles, insecurities, and transformations. Kim also reflected on the initial challenges the family faced. The transition strained relationships, particularly between Caitlyn and Kris Jenner. There were tough conversations, and sometimes it got messy, Kim acknowledged. But that's life. Families fight, families heal. And through it all, we loved Caitlyn for being true to herself. Caitlyn's decision to share her journey publicly also inspired a wider cultural conversation about gender identity. Kim recognized the impact it had on fans who saw their own stories reflected in Caitlyn's courage. We received so many letters and messages from people saying that Caitlyn helped them come out or helped their families understand them better, Kim said. That's when we realized how powerful television can be. Kim also expressed pride in how Keeping Up with the Kardashians used its global platform to promote acceptance and education. If even one person felt less alone because of Caitlyn's story, then it was worth it, she said. I think that's something we'll always be proud of as a family. Despite some public tension between Caitlyn and members of the Kardashian clan in the years following her transition, Kim emphasized that there remains mutual respect and love. Our relationship has evolved, she shared. We may not talk every day, but we all want each other to be happy. What Caitlyn did was incredibly brave, and we'll always honor that. Looking back, Kim believes that Caitlyn's transition gave Keeping Up with the Kardashians a deeper, more meaningful legacy. It stopped being just a show about glamour and gossip, Kim said. It became a story about identity, family, and acceptance. That's what makes me proudest, that our show helped people see what unconditional love looks like, even when things change. Caitlyn's influence on the show's emotional storytelling continued even after her departure from the main cast. Kim noted that the experience taught them to handle sensitive issues with empathy and openness. We learned so much about the power of compassion and understanding, Kim said. That experience changed us forever. As Kim continues to reflect on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and its impact, she acknowledges that the show's most profound moments were often its most personal. When people think of our family, they think of fashion and fame, she said, but at the heart of it, we're just people trying to support each other through life's biggest changes. For Kim, Caitlyn's transition remains one of those defining life changes that reshaped not only her family but also the cultural landscape of television. It made us braver, Kim concluded. It taught us that being real, even when it's hard, is what truly connects people. And that's the legacy I want our show to be remembered for.